About a month ago, I designed these Project Life pages in Canva before I even had photos. Today, I'm finally using them, and this is exactly why I do that prep work. One of the ways I make memory keeping work around real life is by making creative decisions before I actually need them. A few weeks ago, I designed these pages in Canva before I even had photos. Today, I'm finally putting that prep to work and seeing whether future me is as grateful as past me hoped she would be. Alright, so if you are looking for the video on how I created the prep for these pages in Canva using the Ali Edwards July Stories by the Month, I will link that video below. This is what I do to save myself some decision fatigue, some headaches later on. I kind of pre-build my layouts. So if you were getting physical products, let's say you had the physical product of this kit come to your doorstep, you could take everything out, put everything into the pockets and decide where everything is going to go ahead of time. Now, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. What I like to do is, because the things in the kits are sometimes not the right vibe for what I'm going to use them for, and this is purely a me thing in that I like to play. I like to play with the digital elements. I like to recolor, I like to resize. So I had decided that I was going to use the star paper on the top left, the loving paper, and then the stripy paper. I believe the loving was a tag that I've made into a filler card, and the stripy paper was a different shade. I took the journal cards that were in the kit and I've printed on the cards with just text. Now, initially, there were 2 other filler cards. Now, the problem that I had, and it's a good problem to have, is that I had more things that I wanted to document for this week. Now, what happened was I actually ended up reading or finishing 2 books, and I like to put my media, whether that is books, movies, TV shows, once I finish watching them, I like to put them in my Project Life. Now, I had 3 this week, and so I've got 2 books and a movie. So they are kind of taking up the space, if you like, of my filler cards. Now, this is also a good thing that I kind of want to share about putting your media into your Project Life. And I do have a video about how I do it that you'll see me go through the process here. I use little 2x2 little pockets, and I put them on top of my page protector so that I can just make I put a little review on the back of what I thought about the media. Again, I will try and remember to link that video down below. But I think this is a good thing if you are not the kind of person that wants to have, say, a separate book journal or media journal or whatever. Put it into your Project Life. Put it in there. If you don't have a journal and you do memory keeping, put it into your memory keeping so that you have like a documented, I'm going to say, memory of, oh, we read this book, I watched this movie. Put it into your Project Life. So you'll see, again, this prep that I've done, I'm going to use 3 of the filler cards and a couple of the little, I don't know what to call them, the shapes, the orange little tags. And then I'd already printed out some other little journal strips. I don't end up using those, and you'll see at one point at the end of the video, I just put those into the week of the 13th, and then I get to choose what I use from that week. Oh yes, and we've also got the journaling card with the little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how I kind of make a decision about what is left after, you know, the first, I'm going to call it the first pass. So I know that I'm going to have this little 2x2 pocket, and I've got 3, right? I've got 2 books and then a movie. I'm going to go to my stash and I'm going to get like a golden yellow that matches the shade that is in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card. And I'm doing this to put behind my media. And I think this is a good example of how I still use physical things, even though I've done printables, because cardstock, you know, I could have just done these and printed them, right? I could have just printed these, but I knew I had this golden yellow cardstock, and it goes great. It matches perfectly. So I'm just going to use this. Could I have printed some? Absolutely. Did I want to? I mean, I could have, but no need. I have some that is physical. So you can mix and match, and I say this all the time, but you can mix and match your physical and your digital. So even if you have the physical stories by the month, which is what I did last year, and I had the actual physical kit, I still bought the digital because I like to play with different colors. I can recolor, I can resize, I can change the shapes. So I'm going to take that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card. I've got the 3 main stories of the week on my little journal cards here. Those are from the Stories by the Month kit. And then I'm just going to put the little stories. Sometimes I do like a card like this where I've got like a set number of things. Sometimes it's a bullet point. I think last week I did a couple of bullet points. Like, yeah, it just depends on how I feel. So I'm just going to write those onto the card. So again, when I'm thinking about this, and you'll see the layout change because I'm still thinking about the overall design of the page. I have the 3, I'm going to call them the 3 green cards. You've got the one on the top left, the loving on that middle section, and then in the right hand side on the middle there's another green card. And I've got now the 3 white journal cards that say July. And again, 3 is that odd number that you want when you're considering a nice visual triangle, because a triangle typically has 3 points, right? Now the other triangle that I've got is the 3 pieces of media, which has the 3 golden yellow cardstock right behind it. You're not going to see a ton of that cardstock, but it's going to be enough that again you have that visual triangle to draw your eye across the page. And this is where I decide, okay, I have these labels. Do I want to use these labels? And I'm going to say no to the labels that I actually planned initially on putting on the photos. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use these little orange, I don't know what shape these are, but these little, I'm going to call them squares because I don't know what kind of word to use. These tags here, I'm going to cut these out. Again, I could have cut these on my Cricut at the time that I printed everything out. I didn't. So I've got 2 bigger ones to go on the filler card, but now I've got no 3rd filler card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 3rd one and I'm just going to put it on one of the photos where I need a little bit more of contextual journaling. That is usually what I'm doing. If I'm putting a little bit of journaling on a photo, I'm just providing some context for it. Now, right here, I'm kind of like, okay, what story hasn't been told in any of the 3 journal cards or the little, I'm going to call it my bullet list, even though it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my little list here. And I pick the one of me kitting up a new diamond art kit. Now, when I did the little tutorial on how I was going to use the kit, I had these little tabs, headers, whatever we're going to call them. There's 1, 2, 3. And what I thought I was going to do was I was going to put them on photos. Now, in hindsight, I just didn't like that idea. Perfectly valid to do. It just didn't work with the photos that I'd taken this week. But it just says on the little tags, moment of delight. So I'm going to cut them down into rectangles and I'm going to put them on 3 of my photos. Again, now we're going to have 3 little tags that are on the orange ones, but we're also going to have 3 of these little moment of delight rectangles. So even though I've pre-planned this layout ahead of time, I'm still thinking about the overall design. Again, I don't want all of my journal cards to be next to each other. I don't want my 3 yellow cards, my media cards to be next to each other. I don't want my green ones to be next to each other. I want it to create a visual triangle. That is just how I like to do it. And just seeing that, I hope you can see the different visual triangles that are in this spread. I think it's one of those things that I learned in graphic design school and it has just stuck with me. Like there are times when, yes, you can have 2s if it is like if you're doing a mirroring effect. But when it's something like this, I really love the 3s or odd numbers. Odd numbers in general work really well. If you're doing 1, 1's great. I personally like 3 or 5. Again, odd numbers for me just seems to be my little sweet spot. So I'm going to put anything that's not going to have more decoration on it. I don't think any of the photos, except for the one that I'm going to put that little orange tag on, need any context. It's already in the little journal list, or it's in one of the journaling cards, or it's kind of obvious that it's just a photo from the week. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my filler cards, the 2 green filler cards with the orange tags, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Again, this is something that I like to do, mixing my physical and my digital. Like if it's a printable, that's great. Sometimes I want to do a little more than that. And the stamp that I initially get out is highs and lows. And I'm like, I think I used that last week. And I did. I used it the previous week, and I don't really like to kind of use the same thing each week. Even if I use the same kit for the whole month, I like each one to have a different, I'm going to say, flow to it. So like this one, I've mainly chosen the green and the yellows. This has got that kind of vibe, like the lime green. Maybe the next one is more the dark green and the dark orange. So I'm going to stamp on the title card Memories, and then I'm going to put the date underneath. Now you can see this little strip here. This is a little strip of sticker paper. I do plan on doing a video about this soon, but I save my little strips of sticker paper if I'm doing any printables or anything like that on sticker paper. And I start like stamping on, you know when you test stamp? I'm starting to do it on sticker paper, so that I can use the test. So again, the title card is going to have Memories and the date stamp underneath, and then the other one on the stripy card, that's going to have So Darn Fun. The So Darn Fun, I'm not sure where that stamp is from. It might be Ali Edwards, it could be something else, I'm not sure. The date stamp and the Memories is definitely Ali Edwards. And again, I'm going to use the black ink and just do the dates, which was the 29th of June to the 5th of July. Once I've done that, I'm going to take the little July and I'm just going to stamp it over and over again on that little paper sticker strip. Because again, I'm going to use that in my journal, or I'll use it in something, either my journal or my planner. I'll use it somewhere. But I'm just trying to, if I have my stamps out, use them. Get them used. So I'm going to put the little filler cards back into the pockets. I like how it turned out. It is different to the original because I have less filler cards as I have more media. And that is the week done. And then the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the week of the 13th, which again, I've already kind of pre-planned ahead of time in that previous video. And then the 2 filler cards that I didn't use this week, I'm going to pop into the week of the 13th, just so that I've got more options. So again, pre-planning, pre-prepping is great because it just saves me the headache later on. Sometimes the creative part of memory keeping happens before you even print a photo. What could this look like in your life? I'm hoping that you take the idea that I've shared here today and make it your own. Now, quit watching me and go make something. We have literally 2 sentences. Let's see if we can get these out. Sometimes the creative part of memory keeping